Hi, my name is Ginger Annis, Veteran Service Officer for Alexander County. Did you know there are approximately 850 World War II servicemen and women passing away each day? Each of these service personnel have a story about friendships, families, experiences, and achievements. The Veterans Service Office, in cooperation with the Alexander County Government Channel, will be hosting, in a series, several short stories shared by these courageous veterans. So sit back and enjoy our history, our heroes. My name is Ginger Annis. I'm the Alexander County Veteran Service Officer, and today I'm here with Wayne Hill, who is a veteran of the Vietnam War. Wayne, would you like to start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Wayne Hill. I reside in Salisbury at the present time, but I was raised in Stony Point, right here in Alexander County. I graduated from Happy Plains High School over here in 1964.
When you joined the military, were you drafted or did you volunteer?
I volunteered.
Very good.
I had a choice. I was either going to college or I didn't want to work on the farm, so I joined the military.
Very good choice, I would say. Prior to service, what was your occupation?
Prior to my military service?
Yes, sir.
High school, and then immediately in the military.
Oh, okay. Were you married before you joined the service?
No.
And how long were you in?
Active, I did 13 years and 4 months.
Why didn't you do 20?
Well, unfortunately, I got in an accident down at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I was injured, and then they made the decision, due to the limitation of my left arm, that it was better for me to get out.
Okay. And what was your branch of service?
U.S. Army.
Now, why did you pick Army as opposed to the other branches?
Well, I heard more about the Army, and I was more familiar with people that had been in the Army than some of the other branches.
Okay. And what was your highest rank that you attained?
Staff Sergeant.
And where'd you take basic training?
Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Was it cool down there when you were in basic?
No, it was hot. I mean hot.
Where all were you stationed when you were in the military?
I was stationed at Fort Jackson, basic and advanced in AIT, as they called it then. And I left there. I went to Germany.
Okay.
I stayed over there for approximately 2 years, and I came from Germany back to Fort Calma, Kentucky, and that's when I didn't know what was going on, but they did, and they was preparing a group to go to Vietnam.
Okay. Did you make any friends in service?
Oh, lots of friends, lots.
Do you still stay in touch with them now?
A few, because everybody's just kind of scattered, went different directions, you know.
Right. What about any superior officers? Do you remember any of them, and if so, why?
Well, I remember several. Some of them gave me some good sound advice, like you would a child, you know. They were strict about it, and sometimes now I think about that, and it's helped me through life.
Very good. Now, you said that you served in bases in Germany and in the States, and then you went to Vietnam. How long were you in Vietnam?
First tour was 12 months. I went to Germany, back to Germany, did a 3-year tour over there, and from Germany back to Vietnam for a second time. This time I was fortunate enough to get stationed at Long Binh Depot, and we had it pretty good there.
Very good. Were you involved in any skirmishes or battles that you can tell us about?
We was under fire the first time. My first tour over there, I was with the 1st Air Cavalry Division, A Company 229th Aviation, and we had hostile fire all the time. That was a daily thing. You know, I mean, it's during the day, nighttime. They had no certain time. It was just whenever they felt like they wanted to attack.
Okay. So it was. Were you in any like major attacks, or or was it just kind of like a constant thing, and they were shooting at you all the time?
It was kind of like a constant thing. See, we supported the infantry. We took them out to the drop zones and dropped them off, and then we had to pick them up and bring them back. And it was a constant rotation thing for us. So quite natural. We got shot at trying to go in and drop them off, and same going back in and pick them up.
Right. And how did you drop them off? Were you driving, flying, or?
No, we flew helicopters. UH-1B helicopters.
Okay. Were you a crew member on the helicopter?
I was started off as a dual gunner and moved up to a crew engineer.
Very good. So you got to see the world from a different angle, huh?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And which weapons were you assigned to?
We had an M16. That was your rifle you carried all the time. And the crew engineer, we carried a .38 revolver, had an M79 grenade launcher, and quite natural, we had our M60 machine guns. Those 4 weapons we carried all the time.
Okay. And what were the conditions like when you were in Vietnam? Did you sleep in a tent or just on the ground, or?
No, we had GP medium tents that we slept in, you know. We didn't have to sleep on the ground, fortunately.
Very good. And did you have any close calls when you were flying in those helicopters?
Yeah, quite a few. Fortunately, I never went down on one, but we've had a couple that got shot, you know, and went down. But somebody was there to rescue them, you know.
Okay. And how did you handle being away from home and family during that time?
Well, did a lot of praying and kept the faith.
And what? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was lonesome. I mean, you know, you get depressed, you know, but other than that, everything was manageable.
Were you able to get mail and boxes and goodies from home?
Oh yeah. We got a lot of those, a lot of mails. Well, you counted on that.
Right.
Getting a letter and care package from home, and relatives.
What did you do for fun or during your leave time?
Oh, we went on R&R. I mean, you know, we went out of country on R&R. I went to Bangkok, Thailand, and I went to Sydney, Australia for a week. So.
What'd you do there?
Partied and had a good time. Try to clear your mind.
Just some get away and don't think of anything.
Right.
Okay. Did you receive any awards or medals or special commendations for your service?
Good Conduct Medal, Special Award, and Army. Well, I got several medals. I don't know exactly what all. But yeah, I did get a couple special medals. Yeah.
Do you have any photos or keep mementos or anything from your time in the service?
I had some, but unfortunately, in the moving process in Fayetteville, back home, some of my photos and stuff got lost. So that was a heartbreaker right there.
Oh, I'm sure. What have you done since you left the service?
Since I left the service, since I had to get out of the service due to an injury on my left arm, I was fortunate enough to get a job at the VA Medical Center in Salisbury, and which I finished out my time there.
Mm-hmm.
And 1986, I retired.
So now it's time for fun.
Well, the old saying goes, when you're on the clock, you know what you're going to do, but when you're off the clock, it's just no ending.
Now, what did you do in Salisbury at the VA? What was your job there?
I worked in patient effects. That's where patients are admitted to the hospital, take all their belongings, and it's put safeguarded in a downstairs building, and when they get out, you give them the personal belongings back, and you order clothes for the indigent patients, the ones that's not able to afford clothing. They have a program for that too, and you make a lot of communications there.
Were any of your family members or ancestors in the military?
Yes. Father was military, I had an uncle military, and I had a cousin, first cousin, that was missing in action back in Korean War, and which his remains were shipped back in January, I think it was January of this year, back to Catawba County. And I've got a plaque for that, where we received his remains back.
Very good. Are you married now?
Yes.
Do you have any children, grandchildren you'd like to tell us about?
I've got 3 children and 5 grandchildren, and ranging from age 14 down to the grandchildren. Now, my oldest is 34, and then my daughter, I have 2 daughters. One is 32, and my youngest daughter is 30. And my oldest, only one son, he's the one that's got all the children. My daughter's got one. But we're a close-knit family.
Very good. I bet your son had all the kids, so he'd have a little help with his sisters.
I guess so. Yeah.
Are you active in any veteran service organizations? I see you have your Legion hat.
Yeah, I'm active. Been active in the American Legion for the last 20-some years, and we are getting ready for our veterans program now, starting this Saturday in Salisbury, down at American Legion Post 107, and it will continue for the week. They have a carnival, and Monday night and Tuesday night they have the Gospel Fest, and then starting Wednesday they have the carnival rides for children, and you have concession stands, and it's just a week of fun.
Very good. That is very nice. What would you have to say to the youth today regarding the military?
My advice is, first, go ahead and complete your high school, and if you can, go on to college, and then go, if you decide to join the military, that way it'll make it a lot easier for you, and you'll see a lot of things that you'll be facing in life that will help you in the long run, you know. And just hang tight.
Okay, do you have anything else you'd like to share?
I'm just grateful to be here to do this interview today.
Well, we are very glad that you are here.
Thank you, thank you.
And I just want to say thank you for your service to our country. I wish you could have done the 20 years like you had originally planned, but, you know, everything happens for a reason.
I'm sure it does. And like I said, I still got my retirement time in, so that's all good.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for your service and for your time.